What's going on, everybody? Nick Saponaro here for the first time of the year on video for your Divi Live at 5 monthly update. This is the monthly update for the month of January, which just ended. I'm really excited to be here, but it's been a while since I've seen you, so let's take it slow. First of all, if you haven't been around before, then I'm going to introduce you to Divi for the first time. Divi is a cryptocurrency project that launched in 2017 with one philosophy in mind, and that is to make cryptocurrency easy to use and access for everyone everywhere. In 2018, we launched our first desktop wallet and our blockchain, which enabled people to set up a masternode at the click of a button using our patent pending technology called Mochi, or Masternode One-Click Cloud Installer. Since then, we've continued that path, and we are now mobile, and you can stake and run a masternode from your mobile device, as well as many other things that we will get into later. This is, as I said, the first Live at 5 officially since the year started, and it's the first one on video in a couple of months. So, what are we going to get into today? First of all, we always get into the numbers. We have a new roadmap that just rolled out, partnership updates coming down. Projects and Ventures is always a part of our plan here. And then we do have a special guest at the very end. One thing to be aware of, the AMA has moved. It is no longer going to be at the end of this episode. It will be on Twitter. We just did our first Twitter Spaces AMA recently, and we plan to continue to do them. They're really fun. It's a great way to engage directly with the community. We can all chat and hang out. So at 6:30 p.m. PST, which is about probably 45 to or so minutes after this broadcast ends, we will be on Twitter at Divi Project. Go and make sure that you are subscribed to that channel and set a reminder for the Twitter space. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the crypto market update. Okay, so first of all, the market has been interesting lately. We've seen Bitcoin trading below 40,000 for a couple of weeks now. People are wondering, are we in a bear market? I still believe that we are. We haven't seen a true reversal of the trend despite today's really fantastic price action. We are in pretty overbought levels right now, but the market doesn't seem to care. I was just looking at the charts right before this show, and it looks interesting. So we're going to see what happens over the next couple of days. Personally, I still think we're in a bear trend, and we could see this current rally get reversed. But, I am not here with a crystal ball, and I know just about as much as everyone, which is absolutely nothing. So just trust your gut, try to DCA into your favorite positions, and be safe out there. The second thing I want to talk about is a piece of news that recently came out just a couple of days ago regarding staking and the IRS. Interestingly, there is a couple in Texas who is basically suing the IRS for their staking rewards, saying that, in fact, their staking rewards should not be taxed as earned income, but as creative property, and should only be taxed as capital gains upon the sale of those assets. The IRS doesn't seem to have a good rebuttal to this argument so far, and if it sets a precedent in the local courts in Texas, there's a good chance that it could ripple out into the rest of the country, and maybe here soon staking rewards will be taxed the way that they should be, which is as generated property. So something to watch. I know a lot of the headlines have said the IRS is now saying staking rewards are not taxed, but that's a bit of a misnomer. It's a clickbait headline, and you want to make sure to read those articles all the way to the bottom and follow that thread. That's all I have for the crypto market update today. Let's just jump into the numbers. January was a great month for Divi by the numbers, and that growth continues. But let's take a look at January's Divi nodes and vaults growth by all time. Wow, it's gone quite high. It's going 5,217 vaults are now created in the mobile wallet. Of course, the mobile wallet is the only place currently to easily deploy a staking vault in Divi. It's kind of gone parabolic over the past month or so, a couple of months, and we're really excited to see that growth. But what interests me even more is this next slide, which is the Divi nodes and vaults growth by tier. As you can see, staking vaults continue to gain popularity even over master nodes. And you can see just over and over each month over month, they continue to grow exponentially. And we're starting to see actually more people moving into those staking vaults than they are in master nodes. Now, this could be for a number of reasons. Staking vaults are inherently cheaper, right? So you can get into them with as little as, one Divi or what have you. And of course, they're free under 50,000 Divi. But maybe it's just a more attractive option for people. It's easier and it's less, it's more dynamic. You don't have to have 100,000 or 300,000 or whatever. I don't know what the psychology is behind it, but I love watching it grow. With that said, the nodes in the ecosystem have grown as well. I find this chart really interesting because it steps all the way up to platinum and then, of course, drops down as the diamond nodes are deployed. Although there are something like 30 or 40 diamond nodes, there are the most coins in platinum nodes. So that's pretty cool. How about the price? So obviously we remember in December during the La Liga hype cycle, the Divi price hit 18 cents. That was super exciting for about 3 seconds. Although we did see that high, we tumbled back down, and of course the market took a hit. However, in the past basically few days, we've seen it start to rise back up to what it is right now, which is about 8.6 cents. I have a theory as to why this is, and I'm going to wait until later to talk to you about it. The final thing we look at each week, or each month, I should say, is the Divi supply distribution. And we can see that there's over 2.3 billion Divi in nodes, staking, and then slight amount, of course, circulating on exchanges and just sitting in wallets doing nothing. Really cool. Next thing, wallet downloads. So as you can see, we have 21,000 or so downloads, just about 7,500 monthly active users. That continues to grow month over month, which is exciting. But this is actually more interesting to me is this next slide here, which is the regions distribution. For the first time, we're starting to see other regions actually take precedence in this chart. Now, North America, of course, continues to dominate. That's your Canada, Mexico, and the United States, which is where most of our users and Divi holders are. However, I have not seen Asia at this large of a piece of this pie ever before, which tells me something. Asia, Southeast Asia specifically, is one of our La Liga regions. Just going to leave that there as we go into projects and ventures. When roadmap update? Now is the answer. As you guys know, back on January 13th, we published our roadmap to success, beautifully designed by our team and written up by our buddy Kyle Turnbull. So what I find pretty fantastic about this roadmap is where we started. Back in 2017, we of course launched the ICO and raised the money, and then in 2018 we launched the Divi Wallet desktop, staking, Mochi, tiered nodes. Then, of course, last year or 2 years ago now, the Divi Wallet came out, send and receive, usernames, all the things that we had been promising started to come to fruition, culminating with vaults, which, of course, you guys are all using en masse right now on the mobile wallet. What's coming this year is more exciting than ever before, in my opinion, for Divi. First of all, you're going to be able to buy Divi in the wallet. This is a fire hose of demand. This is probably the most requested feature ever, way more requested than the staking vaults. Staking vaults, interestingly, when they launched, we saw a massive spike in social volume across all of our social media channels as people got super excited about setting up their staking vaults for the first time. I expect that number to be dwarfed by what happens when Buy Divi and Wallet launches, just based on people I talk to all the time at conferences, on podcasts, and of course within our variety of social media channels. This is a big deal. Of course, we're gonna have ERC20 support coming this quarter. as well as instant crypto payments and swaps. That is your swap between a variety of assets. And as you guys probably saw if you joined the Twitter space last week, the bridge to Ethereum. You guys can, of course, check out the diviproject.org/blog if you guys want to read the details on any of these things. But of course, that's the high level. Moving into next quarter, Q2 of 2022, you're going to see multi-sig, which is the multi-signature functionality, more internationalization, so that's more languages and such in the wallet, pools and DeFi and farming in the wallet, as well as some new coin partnerships and listings. On the horizon, you're going to end up seeing a lot of cool things, a lot more than just this, but from a high level, we're looking at doing a browser extension, some additional staking partnerships with big coins, DeFi protocol partnerships, which again we talked about on our last Twitter space, and more partnerships with centralized exchanges. So that is the roadmap update for February. I'm sorry, for the forthcoming year. I'm really excited about where we're going. I think that a lot of the features that we've been talking about for a long time are going to come to fruition, and then it's time to get creative. And I can't wait to see what happens as a result of that creativity. And the team is just as excited as I am. Trust me. So I did mention a couple of times during the roadmap update that we did a Twitter space. We've been testing this platform. If you guys haven't tried or haven't attended a Twitter space, I highly recommend that you do. It's incredible. It's a great way to connect as a community. It's basically like a live podcast. It kind of reminds me of like the old talk radio shows that you would listen to on your morning commute, where people could actually call into the radio and ask the the host questions or whatever. I don't know if you guys are into Frasier, but I loved Frasier and still do. And it kind of reminds me of that, but maybe more interesting. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on our Twitter. Definitely join in on our spaces, because we just did one with Chris Irola and Josh Caleb last week, or was it earlier this week? I guess it was earlier this week. What a whirlwind! Where we talked about the DeFi initiative, the bridge, some of the things that are coming to the wallet, and these things are kind of ad hoc and a little bit dynamic. So when we're in the space, there's a lot of things that we don't plan in the live at fives or in our traditional communications. It's just conversational. So there's a lot of really interesting updates and things that you may miss otherwise. So highly recommend that you follow our Twitter and join every space that you can. And if you have an idea for a space, let us know, and we'd love to have a discussion there about that. The next thing I want to talk about is the Divi wallet marketing. So just pull this up. First of all, we're going to start with La Liga, which is, of course, the biggest partnership in Divi's history. Everyone watching this, I'm sure, knows about the La Liga partnership. If you don't somehow know about the La Liga partnership, let's talk about some stats. La Liga, first of all, is a Spanish soccer league, the premier Spanish soccer league of the world. It's actually the biggest football league or soccer in the world by reach. They have the most reach, with 2.7 billion cumulative viewers just in 2020 and the 21 season. More than 140 million followers on social media and 110 million downloads of the La Liga app. The partnership that we have with them gives us access to a ton of branding opportunities, as well as presence at events. We have, of course, branding within the stadium, which some of you have already seen. We have access to ambassadors. Again, some of you have seen social posts on La Liga channels, photo rights for player images, so we can actually use the likeness of popular players. We get tickets to matches, so we can schmooze potential partners, investors, community members, whoever. Branded merch, VIP hospitality, email campaigns, landing pages on the site. It goes on and on. So much more. The partnership, of course, kicked off with a special launch event in Madrid, and we do have footage of that will eventually come out. We're kind of making a little documentary about this whole situation, and it's going to be really cool. And we received a pretty big PR push and some coverage in mainstream media at the launch of the partnership. Mostly, of course, in the key regions that we are partnered with, we were sponsoring. We had 52 pieces of press come out with 2 million total impressions in 9 countries and a media value of 21 million euros. If you check my Twitter, you know that I feel this should be much wider of a reach, but still a great accomplishment nonetheless. And you can see here some of the places where we were featured. Our social mentions skyrocketed after the announcement, surging by 58,000%, I guess, which is crazy. It looks like a meme coin chart. And just some of the cool mentions and podcasts that we got to be on as a result of that announcement. Of course, DiviWallet.com engagement increased by about 11% after that announcement. And since we officially started the partnership on January 1st, we are actually starting to activate those assets. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that you would start to see the Divi Wallet branding in and around the pitch at games. So we've actually already had 2,361 match seconds of TV screen time. La Liga is expected to reach about 22 million fans in just one region, which is the Middle East North African region alone, per match. And we've run these DBRs and magic carpets across the Middle East North African region, Southeast Asia, Turkey, China, and we've only had 3 matches so far. Now, one thing I want to mention is that these are all run at away matches in our key regions for the first year, or we call it year 0. So we actually just saw, I think it was last night, maybe the night before, our first social campaign on La Liga channels. So we actually saw the Divi Wallet branding next to La Liga on a bunch of social media channels, including Twitter and Facebook, on the La Liga Thai channel and a couple of others. We had over 163,000 impressions, 143,000 reach, 1,700 engagements just from 5 posts. And again, this is just the first post. And we're just getting started. So expect to see a lot more activity rolling out over the coming weeks. In non-La Liga PR news, in January, we had 6 major hits of press, including 2 TV appearances, 2 global publications, and 2 crypto-specific titles. 13 million people were reached, and thousands of engagements across social media. We ended up in NASDAQ. I had a couple articles come out there. I was on NTD TV a couple of times, and a bunch of other random pickups across regular and crypto news. So, obviously, marketing is going quite well. Those are some of the highlights. So when you ask, when marketing now. And I'm really proud of the team for all that we've been able to accomplish. And it's starting to have an impact, I believe. And I think most would agree. However, I told you guys that I have a different theory as to why we're seeing an uptick in the price of Divi recently. And that has to do with one thing. Institutional purchases. A couple of months ago, I told you guys that we were engaging with a hedge fund, with an institution, a financial institution, to enable people, and I believe Josh Caleb gave an update on this as well, to enable people to buy in large quantities, big OTC buyers who want to come in and spend 6 figures, 7 figures on Divi and set up nodes in a custodial manner. An institution came to us when we were in Texas not long ago and said, hey, we want to help facilitate this. I told you guys that months ago, and it's taken months to actually get the infrastructure set up properly in order for this to work, because we didn't want the OTC to just be over the counter. We actually wanted the OTC to hit and impact the market, which is how it should be. If you're going to make a large purchase, you shouldn't get special rights. You should have to actually go onto the free and open market and pay the price that the asset costs. In fact, Viva Capital believes this as well, and they are just turning on that fire hose, according to some of their leadership as of just this morning. So in my opinion, we're going to start seeing a lot more of that activity and a lot more of that action, and you guys will see a press release to that effect here soon. So with all of that said, I want to actually turn over the mic. We're going to start doing this a little bit more. You guys know Frisco. You've seen him on videos. You probably saw him most recently in the video where um, a Skyline, a Nissan Skyline GTR was purchased with Divi. He has graciously offered to become a more significant part of the Live at 5 and some of our video content. So he is going to start with an individual segment that he's put together for our special guest. And he's going to bring on another one of our amazing Divi team members, Kyle Turnbull, in order to ask a few questions, get a little insight into behind the scenes at Divi. So
what is up, Divi family? And such a pleasure to be on the Live at 5. Thank you so much for Nick stepping out of the screen really quickly to allow me to be here with everybody. As you know, my name is Frisco. I've been with the Divi Project for some years now and very excited to be a bigger part and host of the Divi Live at 5. But it's not about me being on the show today. We have a very, very special guest that we are going to bring on. One of my favorites, and honestly, a big, big part of the Divi project and its team. Kyle Turnbull is an amazing asset, and I just wanted to bring him on today, the Divi Live at 5, and start a new segment of getting to know the Divi team. So here we go, bringing on Kyle. Kyle, thank you for being with us, buddy.
Thanks, Fresco. I appreciate it.
So, Kyle, let everybody know where are you right now, sir?
I am in New Zealand. I'm on the bottom of the world. I'm a long way from all of you guys, but yeah, we make it work, don't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to start this off with just getting to know a little bit more about Kyle. And as everybody knows, we're going to start doing this on a regular thing to get to know the team just a little bit more. So, Kyle, we can do this kind of rapid fire style, random
You've
questions.
warned me.
I did warn Kyle. Kyle, we get into your car right now. What would be on the radio or the Bluetooth as we jump in the vehicle?
Yeah, I'm a big indie guy, so anything by The National, Future Islands, something just keep it chill. Keep it chill.
Awesome. Desert Island movie, Kyle.
I literally didn't have an answer for this because you sort of seeded the movie question. I'm gonna have to go with Coco, the Disney movie. I don't know, it just hits me different every time I watch it.
All right, that's the one you can watch on that desert island. We still don't know
Yeah.
how people watch movies on desert islands
We
without
don't.
like TVs and stuff. But all right, and the next one, if you could read a book as it was brand new to you again, what book would that be?
The Book of Yak by Rick Bass. He's an American essayist.
Nice. I do know. And then here's a little more deeper one. Who in your life has inspired you the most, sir?
I don't really attach myself to individuals, I don't think. But literally anyone who has a vision or an identity of themselves and does that no matter what. That's what I appreciate.
That's a good answer, man. I appreciate that. In your career or life, what is the success that you are most proud of?
I guess like the last question, kind of always made risky decisions based on what I wanted to do at the time, and here I am, joined the Divi community, and actually in 2018 I was like, there might be a job there in the future. I'm just going to stick around and hang out and have some fun. So I'd say that.
Absolutely. And we'll get these ones going. If you could eat one meal forever, what is that meal?
Pasta, probably. Any type of pasta.
All right. Are we like a light sauce or white sauce or red sauce?
Yeah. Light.
Okay.
Definitely light.
What's the perfect Sunday afternoon, sir?
Coffee and donuts.
Okay. And we'll jump to this one. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Definitely morning. I go to bed at the same time every night, get up at 6 a.m. every morning, no matter what.
I'm pretty jealous of that. I can't go to sleep like that.
It makes it a pain for evening meetings, though, being on the other side of the world, but we make it work.
Yeah. Well, I got two more that might just kind of frustrate some people. So the first one is it coffee or tea?
I mean, I drink a whole lot more coffee, but I'm partial to tea. I don't mind.
All right. And then last one, are we Mac or PC guy?
Having done both, I've just come back to the dark side, so rocking the iPhone and the MacBook.
All right. That's my team. So go Mac. All right, but let's get to some serious stuff. So I appreciate just a little bit about getting to know you, but let's let people out there, part of the Live at 5, and anybody that watches our recordings know more about what you do. And it is a lot of community and social based, and you do a lot. Like Nick mentioned, you wrote the blog for the roadmap. You are such an intricate part of the Divi team. But what are your goals for the Divi wallet on social media, sir?
Yeah, so I mean, when I started, I've been here just over a year now. When I started, at the start, I was just writing the blog, helping Zoe out with that, and that slowly moved to more and more stuff. You know, developing the social program and seeing what we could do there. The big thing for us is we've always been keen on education. Crypto made easy has always been our goal. So a part of that is just letting people know what they should know, and making that digestible and easy. So you will have seen that over the last year. We've tried to create content that's easily digestible and fun for you guys to engage with. But now that we're moving into this La Liga deal, we're really excited to start creating experiences, to start leveraging that partnership, pulling in football fans from all around the world, and just connecting them with cryptocurrency. So you're really going to see a lot more of that branded content, but also initiatives around the idea of football, the idea of sport, community, fan communities. We've seen the NFT space kick off in a crazy way, and I think that just shows how powerful communities can be. And we really want to leverage that, get you guys passionate about what we're doing, give you a place to hang out, give you a place to talk, ask questions.
Thank you so much, Kyle. And I guess that leads into my final question. And just, we're all very excited here at La Liga. I mean, we get on a meeting and it's La Liga and everyone gets pumped. We're all juiced on it. We've had some people go to the games, and we're just really ready for the season to start. So, my next question and final one for you, so we can let everybody go, is anything about creating narratives with La Liga? What are something specific that you want to do with social and La Liga as a whole?
I think based on the regions we're in and the region and La Liga's sort of guiding principles as well, is this kind of idea of community and also opportunity. I think crypto, the reason I'm in it, the reason I'm still in it is that opportunity and giving everyone that sort of equal playing field. And we've thrown ideas around in the marketing team about this idea of an equal playing field being both a sports reference, but also a reference to our our financial systems and stuff, and something that crypto is really powerfully trying to set right. So I think you'll see over the next year, as we start to activate strongly, you'll see us pushing towards that kind of involving as many people as possible, giving a voice to those people who may not necessarily have been given it in the past, and bringing them on this crypto journey, because the more people we can get involved, the better. And I think our community is great at that. We have a strong community, but we're going to open that community up and hopefully integrate these people and we're super excited for it. It's been slow getting it going, learning the ropes at La Liga, everything they do, but I think over the coming months we're really going to see what this partnership is all about.
Awesome, Kyle. Great answers. As you know, I'm very excited for all the work that you do and what you bring to the team here. And thank you so much for being on today. But I got one more question for you. I was told by Zoe, our marketing director, that New Zealand might be opening up its doors end of the month.
Yeah, we just did.
If you can go anywhere when these doors open, your first vacation, where are you going, sir?
It's a bit of a lame answer, but we haven't been back to see my partner's family in New York in 2 years now, because we've been stuck here. So I think back to New York would 100% be it. Maybe a stop to LA on the way.
You stop in LA, we'll make sure that you'll have some place to stay with me and Nick. But if you go to New York and it's only New York, me and Nick will have to make our way out there for you.
100%.
So
look forward to meeting you both in person.
Kyle, thank you so much. Hopefully they let you out here soon. And thank you for answering the questions. And I will see you next time, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Frisco.
All right. So I really hope that you all enjoyed the new segment. We might be seeing a little bit more of myself with some of the Live at 5s, giving you guys some updates, having Nick on and other guests from our team and outside of our team. But thank you so much for being with both of us, or all three of us today. Smash the like button, share it, watch it, and you know where to find us on all of our social media channels. And we will see you next month.